So, tapping, huh? It's very possible you've heard of emotional freedom techniques or tapping. If you're here on this site, I'm pretty sure you have. But I wanted to let you know how I came to understand EFT and how I use it in my life and with clients. When I first discovered it, I was freaking out because I was supposed to do a presentation for the YMCA in Thomasville, North Carolina, which is a bit unusual because I have a master's degree in vocal performance. But for some reason, I was doubting myself and I was dreading that presentation as much as I could remember dreading anything. And a friend of mine from college, Karen Kid Lovett, told me about this technique. And when I first saw it, I thought, that is the weirdest thing ever. But I've got to say, after I used it, my anxiety and fear and dread of doing that presentation just melted away. And so I started researching, I started studying, I became certified so that I could teach other people how to use this unusual looking tool, stress management system. And so I learned that it's a combination of Eastern acupressure and Western psychology, and you get some incredible results. You use it when there's something in your life that you really want to change, not just something you're giving lip service to and saying, oh, I'd like to lose 5 pounds, and you don't really, or I'd like to be this or that, but you don't really. This is something you use when you really and truly want to make a change. And if that's true, this is how you do it. First, you state the problem. What is the problem? Is it a fear? Is it worry about finances? Is it a relationship problem? You state the problem. And two, you measure to see how big it is on a scale of 0 to 10. How big is the problem? 10 is the worst and 0 is not a problem at all, in which case you probably wouldn't want to tap on that. The third thing is you do a setup statement, and the setup statement is simply stating the problem. Even though I have this fear and dread around my finances, I accept the fact that this is how I'm feeling. It's that simple. State the problem and something positive to balance. And then you tap certain places on your face, your head, and your upper torso while stating a reminder phrase. If it's about finances, you would say, all this fear about finances, the eyebrow point, this fear and worry about my finances, the ocular bone beside the eye, so much worry and fear that I don't have enough money to go around and pay bills. Just under the eye, all this worry and fear that I'm feeling. Under the nose, all this fear and worry. The dip in the chin, all this anxiety and worry about finances. Collarbone point where the bone comes together down just an inch and out about an inch. All this worry and fear, this worry and fear. The bottom rib, all this worry and fear about finances. Under the arm about 4 inches, all this fear I have about finances, this worry that there's just not enough. I can't pay the bills. Where the wristwatch would be, all this worry about finances. Where you would latch the wristwatch, all this worry and fear. Then back to the top of the head. This dread, fear, and worry that I'm feeling. And then take a deep breath and blow it out. You can repeat that as many times as you want. And you can do that for any problem that you may be facing. It could be a relationship at work, someone that just gets on your last nerve, in which case you'd say, all this frustration with Harry or Susie or whomever, all this frustration. She gets on my last nerve, all this frustration. And the thing that's happening when we tap these acupressure points is we're acknowledging the fact that it's a real concern for the part of us that's trying to keep us safe, the amygdala, the fight or flight center. And as we do that, it seems to calm down. It does calm down. And when it calms down, then this part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, comes back online because it's not really functioning as well as it can when we are in fight or flight. And when that happens, all sorts of solutions present themselves. All sorts of possibilities come rushing forward. And so this is how you do tapping in a nutshell, whether it's finances, relationships, anxiety, if you're about a presentation. And you can do a lot with this simple demonstration that I've given you. But if you want to go further, if you want to know more, work with a practitioner. work with me, work with someone else who's a qualified EFT, emotional freedom techniques practitioner. But for today, that's my gift for you. Use it well. Let me know how it fits, and I'll see you the next time. Thanks. Bye for now.